And today we're talking about resilience. I think you can see the logo there. So resilience is through the eyes of my grandmother. Without my grandmother, I don't think I'll be in Singapore today. So this is my reflections on the recent Teju movie, which was actually done in Chinese, sadly, and our minister also doesn't endorse Teju to be communicated through. So they're quite sad actually, because I miss the tone and the sounds of my grandmother.
What's it, your Junan, right?
I'm Junan. So I want to embrace my Teju culture because of my Teju culture, it has made me who I am today. I also studied in China, although I'm Singaporean. I polished up my Chinese, so I'm very proud to be a Singaporean Chinese whenever I go to China. And I like to talk about my grandmother because she came from, Shantou or
Wow, so many people know.
And so let us just start officially again. Like, good afternoon, everyone. When we hear the word resilience, many of us think about overcoming examinations, career setbacks, illness, or financial difficulties. But today, I'm here to invite you to travel back almost a century to the journeys of our grandparents and great-grandparents who crossed the South China Sea to what they call Nanyang. So if you remember Chen Pifeng and Wei Liang, they did that movie many years ago. So recently I watched the Teju film Dear You, which was very much talked about even on social media with the president of SMU as well. All of us are Teju Nanas, So we are very, very much imbued by the movie. It's not just a simple movie. It's a reminder that behind every Singaporean family lies a story of migration, separation, sacrifice, and hope. As I watched it, I found myself thinking about my own grandmother. The reason why I wrote all this down instead of saying for myself is because when I was thinking about what my grandmother did for me when I was young, I was tearing away because I cannot refresh or relive my childhood days in the kampong. And as you know, our kampong today has become Mongol, the political area. So I bought a place there to just commemorate my life there. Obviously, it's no longer the kampong. Okay, so she left everything behind, her parents, her village, her language, community, and stepped into a land where everything was uncertain. Like thousands of Teju migrants, she did not arrive with wealth, she arrived with courage. There were no guarantees, no social safety net, no certainty that tomorrow would even be better than today. Yet, she persevered. She worked tirelessly, raised a family, and quietly endured hardships that she rarely spoke about. My grandmother is a very pampered granddaughter. So she came from a very prosperous textile factory family. So when she came, she left everything behind because of the Mao Zedong, that great revolution. So she left everything behind. So she came here and she had to work. And for the most admirable part about her is that she never once complained. She just picked up all the tools that she had to put together to actually bring up her family. And she was married to a man that she didn't even know, and she also played the role of a faithful and dutiful wife. So I just cannot, I just cannot let go of the fact that a woman who's so vulnerable at 17, came here with nothing, and then just got married, had children, and just went on raising kids. And by the time when I came into her life as a granddaughter, she always looked at me and she said to me, when I was young, I went to school, but I never got to graduate. So when I heard that, I knew that she actually saw that in myself, that I need to go to university. I need to fulfill the thesis that she wanted to write, which was about China. And the lives that she left behind her. Her brother was, was in the camp and he died. And then her sister was actually in also the camp, which she also had to bear with all those torturous work and tormenting that she took her life. So that already broke her. But the fact that she embraced all these disappointments back home and relived her life here and brought us up to the fact that I was able to experience the Teju Kueh, which you all probably buy from Hougang these days at exorbitant prices, but which was just made for me every day without fail. Can you imagine waking up at 5 o'clock, raising my kids, and then still making breakfast for my grandchildren, and then going to the fields to work continuously until 1 o'clock, still prepare lunch, do housework, go back to the field again, feed the animals and so forth, and then come back again and feed us a dinner. I don't think I can do that. Until today, I still can't do housework. I can't even manage my small place now, even though I stay in a smaller place now. I can't even manage my laundry. So I just cannot imagine how a woman who's shorter than me, by the way, can do so many things. That's what I call superwoman. Not the superwoman who drives a car, who lives a big house, who has a corporate job, but the superwoman that actually worked to bring us to where we are today, and to actually have a generation of children living that kind of life. I think we must thank our forefathers, because without them, today we're not even here. And sometimes when I hear people complaining about HDB and all that, remember when Singapore was formed, we all lived in a kampong. So please don't look down at HDB. If the HDB is dirty, then let's, as a community, work together and clean it up. Don't just complain. If you think staying in a condo or a house would alleviate the filth, let me just remind you, it's just another place. It is not the house. It is the people who live in there. So let's just remember who we are and where we came from. And not forget our Chinese roots. I get very angry when I hear Chinese people telling me, Chinese Singaporeans telling me I don't know how to speak Chinese. I don't even know the dialect that I come from. I'm not mentioning just Beijing. I get very disappointed. Look at our color. Yes, I live in the US. Yes, I live in the UK. But did that change my color? We're still Chinese. So let us remember our roots, appreciate the food that we still have as tradition, and speak our language proudly. What's wrong with being Chinese? I'm very proud of being Chinese. And then let's also embrace the English language, because why? It is a medium of our communication. This will elevate our chances for higher stances in education. So let us embrace our culture and stop stepping on it. And I really hope that we all get to see the real you in Teach, because it is a very moving story about migration and sacrifices. It is where the undispersed of pain, of letting go, and coming here, the risk of death as well. So in the movie, there was a death scene. A man was supposed to reunite his family after 7 years. He grew a lot of money and he died. So many of them didn't make it, but our family made it. That's why we're here today. So let us embrace that and thank our Teachers, and I hope to see you all at the next Teacher meeting. I'm not promoting them, but I will be there, and I will be actually embracing our Teacher language as well. So I want to thank my grandmother for allowing me to be a Singaporean and for giving me a chance to study all the way to my PhD. And now I'm going to embark my MBA in China. So I'm looking forward to my next journey to China again, when I'll visit my Teochew clan and then get to know them better. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.